Hey guys, welcome back to Sip and Dip with Chelsea. For today's video, I'm going to be doing some stamping on top of dip powder, a little bit of Halloween action. It is so easy, you guys. You don't need any gel polish. I'm going to share all my tips and tricks that I've learned along the way. Let's get started. Thank you so much, Maniology, for sponsoring today's video and sending me over this limited edition Deja Boo nail stamping bundle. The bundle includes a matching scraper and stamper set with the Halloween theme. We have a cute witch here on a broomstick. We've got the bats, the stars, the moon, and then, as I mentioned, a matching jelly stamper. So this is an ice cube stamper. Here they are together. Next up in the bundle, we have a stamping polish. So this is a beautiful metallic gunmetal silver gray. It's a deep silver. It is called Batty. This is also available individually if you want to just purchase this shade. Last but not least, we have the stamping plate. I've already removed my blue film on mine, so make sure you do that before you get started. This one is also available for purchase individually as well if you're interested. I love the cutesy Halloween themes. Y'all heard me say that a million times on this channel, but I think they knocked it out of the park. I love the little stars over here. We've got cats, we've got bats, we've got witches, and then I really appreciate that they did a bunch of individual smaller images over here on this side because that's going to be perfect for those of us with shorter natural nails. But this ghost here at the bottom is so adorable. I'm obsessed. For dip powder, I'll be using the shade Milky White from Kiara Sky and Azur's 2-in-1 dip powder liquids. We're going to keep it simple and just do full layers of our base liquid across our entire nail and then dip into the powder. This is my go-to Milky White shade that I'm always grabbing for, and I think it's really going to help the stamping polish pop on top. So I'm following the same steps, doing a full layer of my base liquid and then dipping in. I'm only going to do Milky White on these two nails because that's all I'm doing for my stamping. When it's dry, I dust it off and do another full layer of my base liquid on top and dip into the powder. White dip powder can be notoriously difficult to use, but this one, y'all, is just such a breeze. I grab for it all the time. So following the same steps for another layer of white on each of these nails, and then that's going to be it for the Milky White shade, and we're going to start on the next one. While these dry, I'm going to get started on my other nails. So I grabbed Casper from Rebel Nail. It's so much fun. It also glows. We're going to do a full layer of our base liquid on our entire nail and dip into the powder. Then I'm going to use a precision tool before it dries to clean up anything around my skin and cuticle area. Then again, we're going to make sure everything's laying flat by just gently pressing it all down. Next, we're going to follow the same steps for my pinky nail, dipping in and making sure everything's laying flat. Then when it's all dry, we're going to dust it off. The second layer is going to be another full layer of our base liquid. Then I'm going to tap my jar to bring those black pieces up there to the top, and I'm going to lay my nail flat on top. So this is going to make it really jam-packed full for that second layer. I'm not worried about it for the first layer because that can kind of make it thick and bulky, so I just go for the second layer. So I'm going to press everything down, make sure it's laying flat, and then use my precision tool again to make sure nothing is on my skin. I'm going to repeat these steps for my pinky nail and my thumbnail. I really felt like this powder matched the stamping plate perfectly. It kind of reminds me of bats, so I thought it'd be a really fun addition to this manicure. Once it's dry, I dust everything off, and now it's time for clear encapsulation. So we're going to do another full layer of our base liquid across all of the nails, dipping into the clear dip powder. This will protect the color and especially those black flake pieces when we file, shape, and buff. I'd love to know if y'all have tried stamping. I'm really excited about it. It's new to me, but I'm having a lot of fun with it, especially to do these intricate designs. There's no way I could do that with hand painting. Once it's dry, we're going to dust everything off, and I'm loving the way these look together. I'd honestly rock this as is, but I'm going to keep going. So now it's time for activator. We're going to apply a very generous layer of this to each of the nails, and then wait 2 minutes before we file, shape, and buff. After 2 minutes have passed, I'm just going to go around my free edge shape first with my nail file, just getting that shape back, get it nice, crisp, and clean. Then with my buffing block, I'm going to go across each of the nails to make them really smooth before we start stamping. You'll see it goes over top of those black flakes perfectly. Anything that's standing up is going to be buff smooth. And here's how it looks when I'm done with all of them. Now we need to cleanse them with rubbing alcohol, so no activator at this point. You're going to skip that second activator and cleanse them with rubbing alcohol and a lint-free wipe instead. Then with my sticky base coat, I'm going to apply a layer of this to one nail at a time. I learned this the hard way, y'all. Do one nail of sticky base coat. Do not do all of the hands or nails that you're stamping on. So before, I used to do sticky base coat on all of the nails when I was stamping my whole hand, but I quickly learned that it will get too dry for the stamp to adhere. So just work one nail at a time. So I have a paper towel down on my desk. I've also got everything out and ready. You're going to see you do have to move quickly when you're stamping. Then I have some Scotch tape. You can also use a lint roller, and you're going to need 100% pure acetone and a cotton ball. So to get started, I'm going to apply a layer of my stamping polish across the design that I'm doing. This is all in real time so you can see how quickly I'm moving, and then quickly we need to scrape across the design, and then with a very light pressure roll the stamper across. I'm talking super light pressure. Then I'm going to clean all those little excess pieces on the side with my tape. We're going to line it up on our nail and then press down. I do like to roll side to side to make sure I get all the way over to those sidewall areas. And then as I pull my stamper up, if I notice any of those designs are sticking up or not really on my nail, I just use my finger to press them down. So I see I've got a couple pieces just sticking up like I mentioned earlier, so I'm going to press them down here at the free edge. Just make sure all the polish is attached to my nail. I am so happy with this cute little bat design. Now with a piece of tape, I'm going to just press it right here on my skin, and that's going to remove that excess polish up here on my skin without damaging anything on my design on my nail. So I'm just going to go really close right here at my cuticle area, and now I've got it all cleaned up on my skin. Y'all, it really is that quick and easy, and it dries so fast. So now we need to clean everything up before we get started on the next nail. So with some tape, we're going to clean up our stamper, and then with 100% pure acetone, we're going to clean up our plate. Then with the sticky base coat, we're going to apply another layer of this to our next nail and let it dry. Then we start the process again. So with our stamping polish, we're going to apply this across the design that we want to do and scrape. I left this again in real time, so it's polish, scrape, and then pick it up. So with a very gentle motion, we're going to just roll it right on our design very gently, not a lot of pressure. And here it is. It picks it up perfectly. We're just going to clean up those little stragglers on the edge here, line it up where we want it, and then press it down on the nail. So once I'm done rolling it across the nail and I pull the stamper up and off, I just gently press down the design to make sure nothing is sticking up. It's all laying on my nail. Then I'm going to clean up some of these designs up here at the top of my stamper and place some of those little bats at the bottom that I didn't get on my nail in a few of the bare spots on the design. Sky is the limit when it comes to stamping. You can truly make it so unique and your own. I am obsessed with how this turned out. Now that it's dry, we're going to go in for our smudge-free top coat. This is a must-have product when you're doing any stamping, especially with these darker stamping polishes. This will prevent the design from smearing or smudging across the nail. Then I'm going to do this on all of the nails, even though I didn't stamp on these, just to keep it uniform and even. When this layer dries, you can go in on top with your favorite nail polish top coat to give it a really high shine and seal it all in. But this product, y'all, is a must-have when you're doing stamping. So don't forget, when this layer dries, if you'd like, you can go in for one more coat of your favorite nail polish top coat on top for a high shine and to seal everything in. I went ahead and applied my cuticle oil now that it's all dry, and I'm just so obsessed. Thank you so much, Maniology, for sponsoring today's video. It is so fun and so easy once you get the hang of it. Polish, scrape, stamp. That quick and easy, that fast, a little flick of the wrist. It is a learning process, but once you get the hang of it, y'all, it's so much fun. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see y'all next week.